Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome to another video here where we are going to go through some pocket change and look for anything collectible and hopefully worth more than face value. So if you're new to the channel, we look for a lot of different things: ink issues, print issues, fancy serial numbers or patterns in the serial numbers, shifted prints, a bunch of really cool stuff. Also, if you want to just read up on some stuff while we're all kind of cooped up, check out VarietyErrors.com. We're an SSL secure website. We sell coin and bill supplies. We do free PDF downloads of our coin and price guide, so check it out. Anywho, let's get right to it. So we got a 2009 series $1 note. On ones, it's always going to be here, unless we're talking ones that are no longer in circulation. Nothing crazy in the serial number or in the seals. I don't see any shifts in the print or any issues with ink. Got a little damage here. Flip that bad boy around. Now this little bit right here, it almost looks like a thumbprint, but it's actually just a wet ink transfer from the bill that sat below this one when they were originally printed and then put into what's called a strap or stack of notes. Generally, it's $100 to $200 in a strap. What else? Nothing here. Got the Great Seal. Nothing to talk about there. I have a video from a couple years back, maybe a year and a half ago, that talks about the different parts of ones. Ah, cool. Here we go. Nice birthday note. So birthday notes are, because it has a birthday in the date, the serial number's 8 digits, so you have a little bit to play with there. But here we have February 15th, 1983. So February 15th actually just passed, here a month and a half ago. So happy birthday to you if you have a birthday on that day. Lots of people like birthday notes. This one's a little beat up, but it's not bad. I mean, if you flattened it out a little bit and then put it in a nice sleeve or framed it, a lot of people like birthday notes to give them to friends, loved ones, and so forth on their birthday. Frame it. It's just a neat gift, especially if you give it to another bill collector. Now this one has a little bit of writing on it, so that kind of screws it up a little bit. Somebody was counting up their $1 bills, 108 bucks. On the back of the note, we have that wet ink transfer there, very common. Couple folds and stuff, but otherwise just a nice birthday note, good old birthday note. I'm going to set that aside. Next bill, 2013 series $1 note. Good repetition of sixes with the 666 on the end, but aside from that, I don't see anything too stellar in the serial number. There is a little bit of over-inking here on the third digit from the left, this 9. And that's just during the process. It basically had a little ink, excessive ink, when laying down the serial number, which is on almost like a little clicker spin dial that changes when it does each note. So that's also why you get drags in what I like to call ticker bills, which is or odometer bills, which is when you see the end number sitting a little high. That's generally because as the wheel rotated to change the digit on it to change the serial number that's printed, it got stuck a little bit. So we got a little excessive inking going on here on this serial number too. Now, some of you send me pictures of this stuff. That's really awesome and ask about this. Little bits like that are well within acceptable range for a little bit of excessive ink on a serial number. However, on this one, you got drags on every single number, which is kind of neat. So for me, I'm going to set it aside as a really small find, but I wouldn't really call it more... I'd call it more collectible than I would valuable. Back of the note, really cool depiction of Abraham Lincoln. What's weird is, fun fact, statistically, pretty much all Americans think about Lincoln every 3 days, which is like super random, but I think it's because we hold money and use money so often, with Lincoln's depiction on it being the penny and the $5 note, which are both forms of U.S. currency that get used quite often. On this one, we have a very good, what looks to be a press through of this serial number, but let's get real close here. So you can see that press through. I mean, it's actually with the seal as well. That's a second printing kind of over ink issue, but it's not dramatic enough for me to hold on to, but something for you to keep an eye out for. But I'm still going to set aside that note for that little bit of excessive inking. Oh man, pretty close here if we would have flopped some stuff around. Another good example is a radar note, which can be read forward and backward in the serial number. As you can see here, if we would have had a 4 on the end and then swapped those digits, we'd have 486008684. So keep an eye out for radar notes. Those are usually worth a couple bucks over face. I know there's a couple websites as well as auction houses online that you can sell them for a few bucks. I saw a $1 radar note that wasn't anything crazy, just a basic radar, selling for around $6. They had bids on it. It wasn't buy now or anything on eBay, but it was on eBay. Nothing there. I'll go a little bit quicker through them. A little bit of an over-ink on that third digit, but very common in the 2013 series. Now, I do get questions about this as well, as far as being, say, a broken ladder, since it's 3, 4, 5, 6. But for me, I don't find that to be massively collectible. But it is neat, and if it's something that you like to collect, then hey, keep a hold of it. But in this case, this is not really a broken ladder. A broken ladder, in my opinion, is going to be singular digits that go, say, 0 to 7 or 1 to 8 or whatever, that are broken up in any order in the serial number. And then, of course, a ladder note is going to go in actual ascending or descending order. Nothing there. Good repetition of 9s in this one, but once again, not enough repetition. If it was a binary note with, like, say, 7s and 9s, I'd be all about it. But with it having multiple digits, that little bit of repetition is not something I think is worth anything over the face value of $1. Got some smudgel here. Never know what it is. This looks like a little bit of, this actually looks like a dirty, so when you take it to the bank and they run it through the counter, it has usually 9 teeth or 6 teeth, depending on the counter, little teeth that grab the bill. This one just looks like a gunked up, dirty one, so I'm not even going to touch that. But still, 2017 note, just to touch on the note itself. So the newer series of $20 banknotes, Federal Reserve notes, and nothing here. Really good shape, not too beat up, and nothing on the back there. Oh man, really close broken ladder. So if we would have had a 5 instead of double 3s here, this is a great example. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but not in order. So a broken ladder. Those usually sell for a $1 note. I've seen them going upwards of about $10, which, you know, if you think about it, $1 to, you know, $8 to $10 is a really, really good return on your face value of the bill, premium over the value of the bill. So keep an eye out for those. And nothing on the reverse of the note. Huh, this is a funky looking serial number. We got a little bit of an over ink here, a little bit of a drag. Same deal there. But like I said, the 2013 series is really common to have over inks on the third digit from the left here, and sometimes on the end, but primarily here. It's just something that runs the gamut of basically every one of them almost, or a good percentage, like 80% of the ones you'll come across. That's a really good visual of that wet ink transfer. You almost have the whole silhouette of Washington there. Now, somebody did send me a wet ink transfer, a picture of a wet ink transfer, that you could almost make out Washington on the back of the note. Hold on to that. I've seen those going upwards of $20 for a dollar bill from 2013 and 17. So those dramatic wet ink transfers, totally worth it. Nothing on this guy on the front. Little bit of a shift, but it's super tiny. I just look at a ton of bills, so I notice it. Got ourselves a little bit of a tear up here. If it were collectible, that would detract from the value, of course, just like anything. If you collect comics or something, or, you know, let's say you collect vinyls. I mean, I collect vinyls. It's cool to have Led Zeppelin number 4, you know, original print or whatever, but if it's totally scratched up and unplayable, it's definitely less valuable than one that is in pristine or high quality condition. So same goes for bills. And last but not least, 2009 series. Only difference with this guy is going to be the signatures on it. Nothing's changed with $1 notes since the 50s, and they added In God We Trust on the back to really exemplify that separation of church and state. But other than that, ones have not changed in a long, long time, so nothing to talk about there. What did we hold on to? We're going to hold on to this just for now. I like it. It's more collectible than anything else, so I'm just going to hold on to it because it can. But it's got basically an excess of ink on every digit on both serial numbers, so I really like that. And then on the back of the note, we do have, minorly, but that kind of over-inking of those serial numbers, so I think that's cool. And then we got ourselves a date note, and I'll move that out of the way. But a really nice date note or birthday note, February 15th, 1983. Let me know in the comments below if you know somebody near and dear to you that has that birthday, and I will send you the note in the mail. You can email me at info@varietyerrors.com or kyle@varietyerrors.com. Otherwise, you guys are the best audience out there. Thank you so much for being a part of not only this channel, but our over 31,000 strong community on varietyerrors.com, where we share photos, talk about coins and currency. We're doing a little maintenance to the forum right now, but it'll be up and running by the weekend. Thank you so much. You guys are stellar. I hope you found some great things in your searches. Let me know in the comments below what they are, and otherwise, I will see you next time.